Iron Cub here, and today I thought I'd show you guys my loot from 100 brutal black dragons. First off, I'll show you guys how to get there. So basically you want to use the current teleport and it will put you at the statue. Next off, all you have to do is investigate and you will get into the hole. Now what you want to do is you just want to walk west here. You don't really have to worry, the NPCs you pass aren't on that high level. Except for the brutals you'll get to later. So you just walk north here, past the hellhounds. And then you have fire giants here upstairs, don't worry about those. And there you go, you have the brutal blues first. So basically I would drink an anti-fire before you get here so they don't fire breathe you to death. So you just walk north here and basically that's it. Here you are, brutal black dragons. As you can see, combat level 318. They have 315 HP. And basically what you want to do is when you get here for the first time, you want to walk up the rope, and as you see, you come up somewhere else. On the minimap, it will show you it's right here. Now, the best way to get to these is either to use this rope and just bank here, or do what I did, which is use your Xerix talisman. You can go to the Inferno, the third option, and it will put you right at this furnace. And then you can just walk from this furnace over here behind this water icon is where the entrance is, and you can just bank anywhere. So that's what I do. But the best setup for this is to just use Void with Blowpipe. It's what I found to be best. You get about 18k Slayer XP an hour if you use Slayer setup, which is Slayer Helm and Armadillo and Pegations and all that. But obviously off task you want to use Void or something. Be sure to bring anti-fires and use Protect from Magic. Okay, so next up I'm going to show you the loot I got from 100 kills. So here's the loot from 100 kills. Now I'll just quickly go to the price checker and I'll show you. And it adds up to 3.4 mil, which is pretty good. And on top of that we also got a Dark Totem, which is 3 pieces and 4 shards. So that's 3.4 mil from 100 Black Dragons. But of course we've also used some supplies. So next up I'm going to take off the supplies I've used and I'll show you just how much you actually make. Alright guys, so you're gonna have to excuse me for using such a low effort picture, but I just used Notepad for this. Basically, what you can see here is the profit over 100 kills with banking the height, which is about 25 kills an hour, at least for me. As you can see, I used up 2.2k Eddie darts, 6k Zoro skills, 34 super restores, 19 rage bots, and 5 extended anti-fires, which adds up to 4 hours, which is 25 kills an hour for 100, of course. So you end up spending 1.6 mil with that. And as you could see before, the drops were 3.34 mil, meaning that when you subtract those two you get a profit of 1.7 mil. And if you divide that by 4 hours, that means that you can get a profit of 432k GP an hour with banking the D-hides, which is pretty damn insane for a method. So I think it's definitely worth it. Alright, so next up we have the profits over 100 kills without banking the D-hides. This is about double the speed since you don't have to bank as much, so 50 kills an hour. Um, since it's like half the time you're going to use half the extended anti-fire pots, but that's only going to save you like 5k. So with this, obviously you're going to use the same amount of darts and Zoro skills because it's still 100 kills. You're going to end up spending 1.6 mil on supplies. But now, of course, you get less in drops because you have to take off the 200 Black Dragon hides from 100 kills, which results in 2.6, almost 2.7 mil in drops. You're going to spend 1.6 mil. When you subtract that, you're going to end up with 1 million GP. Well, a little over 1 million. But now, instead of 4 hours, it only takes you 2 hours. So when you divide it by 2, you're actually going to find out that even though you make less profit overall, about 700k less, you do make 100k profit more an hour. So it really depends. Would you rather finish the task quickly and just get the higher GP an hour, or would you rather end up with more money? Personally, I would pick the no banking DI part just because I can't be bothered banking so often. But it really depends on you guys what you prefer. Alright, so I'm gonna quickly tell you my thoughts overall about these brutal black dragons. Do I think they're worth doing? Definitely. As a task, yes. I think 18k Slayer XP an hour is more than enough. I mean, if you want to be efficient, don't do these, but they're definitely good enough, like they're adequate. So, as far as Iron Man go, I think this is definitely a good monster to do when you get Black Dragon tasks, because first of all, the lava skills, even though there are not many, they're gonna add up eventually. You get so many alcohols, which is just 9 GP. It's pretty easy to bank the bones. They're really close to a bank, so that's always good. So overall, is it worth doing it on a task? Yes. But again, it depends on what you want to do. If you just want to make profit, then don't know if I would do these. I mean, obviously they're like 500k without banking the height an hour, which is good. But like wyverns would still be more. Um, but you do get nice range XP, so there's that. Overall, again, I do them on a task personally. I'm gonna do them on a task. If you need a D spear on an Ironman, this is a great place to go. About tanning them, I don't think it's worth to tan the leather there with the tan leather spell because you get so many rune items that you're gonna have to uh, yeah, well, you're not going to be able to elk all those rune items, so you're going to have to bank eventually anyways, and you would probably have to bank almost as quick as you would have to if you just picked up the black Deite. So is it worth doing 10 leather? No. Overall, I think these are great new monsters. They could be an alternative to wyverns, I guess, even though they're a little worse. They have no requirements whatsoever. You can use a blowpipe to get the best XP an hour, best kills an hour, but obviously you can easily do this with a rune crossbow, or you could even do it with melee. It would be a bit slower, but it would still be good. So yeah, I think overall the Catacombs are a pretty good update. People are complaining that it's OP, which I don't agree with since it's pretty expensive to get the OP XP. But yeah, this was my 100 Brutal Black Dragon skill loot video, I guess. If there's any other monsters you'd like me to kill and give you the same statistics like I did with this video, please let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.